I have to fix this. I see. There's a picture of me in high school football. Look at that. Look at that. There's the whole team. I can name every one of them in there. Oh, there's a picture of me in there as a high school wrestler. You'd think if I'd have been invited to some of that poor guy's parties, I might have made a lot of money abusing a bunch of people. Look at that little kid. Put him in tights. I didn't mean to get into any of this. This was really about it's about saying to Ozzy, rest with Lemmy. I can see Ozzy is possibly speaking with Lemmy right now. If any of us are able to choose our sense of heaven, there's probably none that deserves it more than Ozzy to be resting with him, with Lemmy. I just heard that the Ozzy has passed on. I say Lemmy because they're both from Birmingham. I stopped in Birmingham on the way through in the night and just looked at the factories fucking burning whatever they burn. I know they came out of there around the same time. I know Judas Priest came out of Birmingham a short period later, I'm guessing, but he was probably there in the same time frame. And seeing that Ozzy's passed, it makes me think of Jimmy Ho. And I guess that book's hidden behind something. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, which I came across and I read, and it speaks of time frames and things that you do and colors you go to, green or red or whatever, in the time of passing. And Jimmy had a dog die, and he had told me, this is where I first got it before ever reading Tibetan Book of the Dead and seeing whatever that has to say, but he told me 8 hours. You're supposed to just not touch anything after 8 hours after it's died. You have to give it time for the soul to pass. And since Ozzy has passed in this time, I want to speak about it while he's still in our realm of existence, just to remind him what he and Black Sabbath did. I went back and I listened to the song again, A National Acrobat. It's off the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath album, I believe. It is my favorite. It's the one that taught me something. It taught me what Ozzy was saying about life and death and reality. And he speaks of when you die, he's talking about filling all the empty cells or the empty space. And that's his only crime. But what he is filling that space with is love and knowledge. And he speaks of dumping all his knowledge into the never-ending well, and he speaks of being a cell, an embryonic cell. He speaks of the notion that has helped shape my path forward when it comes to my time of dying. I've always said, when I die, I don't want to be drunk. I want to be sober. So that's going to happen on the job site. That's the only way that can happen. I don't want to be sleeping. I want to be alert. I want to know what's happening because I want to hold on to my memories as much as I can. And just, I think the word I use is cogitate. Just sit there and think about everything I can possibly remember as I'm passing through, so that I can just sit there and in that time of limbo where you're not in hell, you're not in heaven. Limbo, I believe, is this thing when you fucking go, it like locks up in place and you're stuck in that same minuscule instant for a very long time, to which it may come to feel as though it's eternity. And I suppose that's what we're living for. Eternity. It's what we're living through. It's all we know, because we don't remember anything before us, and we can't know if we'll ever remember anything after us. So this is eternity. This is our entire existence. And so I wanted to talk to Ozzy while he's still here. Cigarette went out. I want to remind him of what I've been saying since before I ever heard him sing that song, which he said it before I did, but I didn't know it. I always said, looked at death as the last great adventure. You're going to know everything or nothing all at once. And if it's nothing, all the better. You can't hold me fucking accountable after having given me free will. Now you wrongly fucking punish me for doing what I did with what you gave me. Remember, Ozzy, this is the last great adventure. Remember, Ozzy, that cell, that embryonic cell you sing about, came across to me as the new birth coming, and you're supposed to be able to hold on to those memories. And when you see that light, when you come out, and it's like, and it's cold, and there are people in masks going, and cutting things off you that you once were nourished by from your mother. Remember, start forming those pathways with those memories again, because it's a great, vast, haunted forest of unknowing. But every step you take allows you to know better. Remember, Ozzy, sing in your head a national acrobat and attach thoughts and words to every thought and word in that song. Mesh it. Make a tapestry of your past. This one life you can be sure to remember. Take it to the next. So you don't have to relearn everything. You can just learn more based on what you already have. Remember, hate is living death, and love is living. I don't know. We're going to miss you, Ozzy. Didn't talk about this before, but I heard you died. You probably have about 4 more hours left to try to bring all your life memories together, to try to hold on to them until your embryonic cell gestates and you are a living birth.